You think you know cats? Think again. These mysterious little hunters living in our homes are hiding secrets that will blow your mind. From their supernatural abilities to bizarre behaviors that scientists are still trying to understand, cats are way more incredible than you ever imagined. Get ready, because these 20 facts are going to change everything you thought you knew about your feline friend. Fact 1. Let's start with something that sounds absolutely insane. Cats have a success rate of 32% when hunting. Now, you might think that's pretty low, but hold on. Lions, the kings of the jungle, only succeed about 25% of the time. That's right, your fluffy house cat is a more efficient predator than a lion. When a cat decides to hunt, whether it's a mouse, a bird, or that toy you're dangling, they're calculating every move with laser focus. They're not just playing around, they're apex predators, and they're really good at it. Fact 2. Here's something that'll keep you up at night. Cats can't taste sweetness. That's right, they have no sweet taste receptors whatsoever. They're one of the only mammals on Earth with this trait. Why? Because cats are obligate carnivores, meaning they must eat meat to survive. Their bodies evolved to not even recognize sugar because they never needed it. So when your cat seems interested in your ice cream, they're probably attracted to the fat content, not the sweetness. They literally live in a world without dessert. Fact 3. Now this one is genuinely disturbing. Cats spend 70% of their lives sleeping. That's roughly 13 to 16 hours a day. If a cat lives to be 15 years old, they've been awake for only about 4.5 years of their entire life. But here's the kicker. They're not just lazy. This behavior comes from their wild ancestors who needed to conserve massive amounts of energy for short, explosive hunting sessions. Your cat isn't being lazy and they nap all day. They're literally hardwired to do this. It's in their DNA. Fact 4. Cats can rotate their ears 180 degrees. Not only that, but they have 32 muscles controlling each ear. That's compared to our measly 6 muscles. This means cats can move each ear independently, allowing them to track sounds from multiple directions simultaneously without even moving their head. It's like having two satellite dishes on their head that can pick up frequencies we can't even hear. They can detect sounds up to 64,000 Hz, while humans max out at about 20,000 Hz. Your cat is literally hearing an entirely different world than you are. Fact 5. Here's a fact that sounds like science fiction. Cats' purring has healing properties. Studies have shown that the frequency of a cat's purr, between 25 and 150 Hz, can promote bone density, reduce pain, and help heal injuries. This is why cats purr when they're injured or sick. They're literally trying to heal themselves through vibration. And when your cat purrs while sitting on you, they might actually be helping you heal too. Some researchers believe this is why cat owners have lower rates of heart attacks and strokes. Your cat isn't just cute, they're a fuzzy little medical device. Fact 6. Cats don't meow at each other. Read that again. Adult cats almost never meow to communicate with other cats. They only meow at humans. This means cats essentially developed an entire language specifically to talk to us. When cats communicate with each other, they use body language, scent marking, and various sounds like hissing or yelling, but the meow, that's reserved for getting human attention. Your cat literally learned to speak human just to manipulate you. And let's be honest, it's working perfectly. Fact 7. A cat's brain is biologically more similar to a human brain than a dog's brain. Cats and humans have nearly identical regions responsible for emotion in their brains. This means when your cat seems moody, judgmental, or affectionate, those emotions are probably just as real and complex as your own. Cats experience happiness, sadness, anxiety, and even jealousy in remarkably similar ways to how we do. So next time someone says cats don't have feelings, you can tell them that science completely disagrees. Fact 8. Cats can jump up to 6 times their body length in a single bound. Imagine if humans could do that, you'd be jumping across entire basketball courts. This incredible ability comes from their powerful hind leg muscles and flexible spine. But here's what makes it even more impressive. Cats can calculate the exact amount of force needed for a jump in milliseconds. They're constantly doing physics equations in their heads without even thinking about it. When your cat misjudges a jump and falls, it's genuinely embarrassing for them because they almost never get it wrong. Fact 9. Here's something absolutely wild. Cats have a third eyelid called a nictitating membrane. You've probably seen it when your cat is sleepy or sick. It's that weird white film that slides across their eye from the inside corner. This membrane protects their eyes while hunting and fighting, acting like built-in safety goggles. If you can see this membrane regularly when your cat is awake, it usually means they're sick or stressed. It's like a health indicator that most cat owners don't even know to look for. Fact 10. Cats have a scent organ on the roof of their mouth called the Jacobson's organ, and it's connected to their nasal cavity. This is why you sometimes see cats with their mouth hanging open in this weird grimace. It's called the phlegm response. They're not being weird or stupid. They're actually collecting scent molecules and analyzing them with this special organ. It's like they have a sixth sense for smell that lets them taste the air. They're gathering chemical information about other animals, especially checking for pheromones. Your cat is basically running a chemical analysis lab in their mouth. Fact 11. Adult cats only have 30 teeth, but kittens are born completely toothless. They get their baby teeth around 2 to 3 weeks old, which they'll lose by about 6 months. But here's the crazy part. Their canine teeth, the fangs, can penetrate skin and reach nerves and blood vessels with surgical precision. Cats instinctively know exactly where to bite to paralyze prey instantly. These teeth are so specialized that they can fit between the vertebrae of a mouse's spine to sever the spinal cord. Your sweet little house cat has literal assassination tools in their mouth. Fact 12. Cats are actually lactose intolerant. Yes, the classic image of a cat lapping up a bowl of milk is actually showing you something that will give them diarrhea. Kittens can digest their mother's milk, but once they're weaned, most cats lose the ability to properly digest lactose. That doesn't stop them from wanting milk. They love the fat content, but their stomach definitely doesn't agree. So that cute moment you've seen in movies, it's basically showing animal abuse. The more you know, right? Fact 13. A cat's whiskers are exactly as wide as their body. This isn't a coincidence, it's a precision measurement tool. Cats use their whiskers to determine if they can fit through tight spaces. If their whiskers touch the sides, they know their body won't fit through. But whiskers do so much more. They can detect tiny changes in air currents, helping cats navigate in complete darkness. They're so sensitive that they can sense approaching objects without even touching them. Cutting a cat's whiskers is like blindfolding them. It completely disables one of their primary senses. Fact 14. Cats have a primordial pouch, that saggy belly flap that hangs down even on skinny cats. You might think it's fat, but it's actually extra skin and tissue that serves multiple purposes. It protects their vital organs during fights, allows them to stretch further when running and jumping, and can store extra food in times of plenty. Even wild cats like lions and tigers have this pouch. So no, your cat isn't overweight because of that belly flap. They're just properly equipped for battle. It's basically built-in armor. Fact 15. Here's something that sounds completely made up but is 100% true. Cats can't see directly under their nose. They have a blind spot right there. This is why when you point at food directly in front of them, they seem totally lost. They're not being dumb. They literally cannot see it. They have to use their whiskers and sense of smell to locate things in that area. This is also why cats will sometimes play with their prey by batting it around. They're actually trying to move it into their field of vision. It's not cruelty. It's a biological limitation. Fact 16. Cats have free-floating collarbone bones that aren't attached to other bones. This is why cats can squeeze through incredibly tight spaces. Their shoulders can compress and move independently. If their head fits, their whole body can follow because their skeleton is ridiculously flexible. They also have an unusually flexible backbone with 53 vertebrae compared to our 33. This is why cats can twist themselves in midair and always land on their feet, a phenomenon called the riding reflex that kicks in as early as 3 to 4 weeks old. Fact 17. A cat's nose print is unique, just like human fingerprints. No two cats have the same nose pattern. The little bumps and ridges on a cat's nose are as distinctive as your fingerprints. In theory, you could use a cat's nose print as a form of identification. Some pet registration systems are actually starting to explore this technology, so your cat literally has a built-in ID system on their face. If you look closely at your cat's nose, you'll see these unique patterns. It's like a tiny maze that belongs only to them. Fact 18. Cats spend about 30 to 50% of their waking hours grooming themselves. That's not vanity, it's survival instinct. Grooming regulates their body temperature, stimulates blood flow, and most importantly, removes scent. In the wild, a cat that smells too strongly becomes prey or alerts their own prey. Grooming also spreads natural oils through their coat for waterproofing and distributes vitamin D that forms on their fur from sun exposure. When cats lick themselves, they're actually ingesting essential vitamins. Your cat isn't obsessed with cleanliness, they're running a complex maintenance routine. Fact 19. Cats can make over 100 different vocal sounds. Dogs can only make about 10. Let that sink in. Cats have an incredibly sophisticated vocal range that includes chirps, chatters, yowls, growls, hisses, and countless variations of meows. They can adjust the pitch, length, and volume of their vocalizations to convey different meanings. Some researchers believe cats may even have regional accents based on the sounds they hear growing up. Your cat isn't just making random noises, they're speaking a complex language that we're only beginning to understand. Fact 20. And finally, here's the most mind-blowing fact. Cats have been living with humans for over 10,000 years, but they're only semi-domesticated. Unlike dogs, who have been heavily modified through breeding, cats are genetically almost identical to their wild ancestors. DNA studies show that house cats are barely different from wild cats. Cats essentially domesticated themselves by choosing to live near human settlements for easy access to rodents. They trained us to feed them, not the other way around. Your cat could probably survive in the wild tomorrow if they wanted to. They just choose not to because you're a convenient food source. You don't own a cat. You have a mutually beneficial arrangement with a tiny apex predator who could leave any time but chooses to stay. And that makes the relationship even more special. So there you have it, to 20 fascinating facts that prove cats are way more incredible than we give them credit for. These aren't just cute pets. They're sophisticated, highly evolved predators with supernatural abilities who've somehow convinced us to feed them and clean up after them. If you learned something new today, make sure to like this video, share it with your fellow cat lovers, and subscribe for more amazing animal facts. And next time you look at your cat, remember, they're not just lounging around being lazy, they're conserving energy like the perfect predator they are. Thanks for watching, and give your cat a treat, they've definitely earned it. See you in the next video.